So, hello everybody, welcome to the Unity3D live tutorials on twitch.tv/TeamFireGamer. Now you're probably watching these videos on YouTube. Basically, how these videos are going to work are going to be like, I'm going to be doing just random tutorial things on how to do different things, how to start using Unity. We're going to start with beginning stuff, but there'll also be sections where people might suggest things to do or they need help with something, and I will help with that, and maybe parts of that will go out as well onto YouTube. So there'll be different series coming off of this. Like there'll be a main beginner series, and there'll be little tutorials. Like if someone says, "Oh, how do I make my gun shoot?" I'll do a gun script tutorial or something like that, or how do I animate something? I'll do an animation tutorial. But we're going to start with the beginning series, so you're probably here to learn how to use Unity, which is awesome. So yeah, Hammerfish says hi YouTube in the chat. Awesome. So basically you've got Unity up. You've created your first project. Um, so it's awesome. You're ready to go. But you don't know how to do anything at all apart from you see that you've got these things. That actually, I'll go to the layout that's the default most likely for what you've got right now. So you're on this layout most likely. So I'll use this layout. It's fine. So I just wanted to introduce you to a few things. The inspector here is linked to anything you click on, basically. So if I click on the main camera, it will come up with information here. If I go to the project, I click on standard assets, and I go to, let's say, particles. I click on water. I click on that. It gives me information for this object, even though it's not in the world space yet. The game view is actually what the actual camera is viewing. So the camera is viewing this here. The game is displaying that. If I play now, it's going to load up probably instantly. 3, 2, 1, bleh. Perhaps not. It's first time project that I've got open. Oh, there you go. It'll go blue. You can pause it for errors or stuff, or you can skip. And that's a skip scene. I actually never used that button, to be honest, so that's the only bit I've never used. Yeah, but whatever. But yeah, so that's that. So what we're going to start off today is we're going to start off by learning how to basically just get the simplest stuff done. So in this episode, because I'm going to split these up or whatever, I'm going to sort of carry on and do different things, and I'll split these up. So we're just going to start off with all the basics, and we're going to start off with teaching you guys how to get basic terrain up, and then drag a player on, and then maybe have the player do something, or the player be able to interact with objects. So what you want to do is you want to go to game object, you want to create other, and you want to go to terrain. Now this is going to bring out this giant plane here, which is like, looks really weird in this view, but it's actually a giant square which you can create your terrain on. A terrain is basically the ground. That's the only way to put it. It's the ground of your game, and it's not just like in other tutorials you may have seen. Oh yeah, create a giant cube. It's not the best because then it's just like it's just voxel based in just cubes and Minecraft style. With this, you can create curves, you can create hills, you can create mountains, you can paint it. You don't have to create your own little terrain model in Blender or something. Although it is actually good to do that sometimes. This is just for basics and beginners, and you can just create a terrain. I mean, you can use it for anything. I'm using it in the Yogscart game at the moment, but you can do whatever you want with it in the future. I'm just going to teach you the basics now. First of all, you don't want it to be this giant white square you can't see anything you're doing to. So you're going to do is go add texture and edit textures. You're going to go to, hopefully if you've got this imported, if not, I'll tell you guys what things you should have imported down the bottom. I think I got terrain assets is the reason why I might have some of these extra textures. So make sure you've got that. If not, look for it in the asset store, which I'll go on to in another video or something. All these videos kind of go out at the same time. Have any problems, just let me know. I will go with the one that you guys should have, which will be Grass Hill, the darker version, I think. There we go. So there you go. Each square, as you can see here, now has basically got a texture on it. And it may look the same as some other things, or it actually might be just one giant square. You can create your own textures, 16 by 16, 32 by 32, 128 by 128, 64 by 64, 256 by 256, HD, whatever you want to do. Basically, if you're, I'm just gonna. Everyone kind of does this in the tutorial. If you're good with Minecraft texturing and stuff like that, you're gonna be good with texturing terrain on this, because you could literally do a cartoony type texture if you're used to doing textures in Minecraft. You can do that and put them on here. This texture here is kind of for kind of realism. I mean, most of you are probably looking at this to create an RPG or an MMO or something, or maybe you're not. Maybe you're looking to do a puzzle game. Actually, let me know in the comments what you guys kind of want to make your game, what kind of game you want to make in the end, because I think I'd be interested to see what you guys will create. But I will carry on. So what we've got now is we've got this texture here. Just it covers the whole terrain. If you go edit textures, add texture, and then you add another one. I am going to add good dirt. So if you click on that texture that you want, you can actually paint it on to the terrain. So you can actually just paint anything. You create like a road or a racetrack that has like little shortcut bits going through it, and then it sort of links back, and you sort of paint it in a bit. Paint a picture, you can like make a really weird smiling thing with eyebrows. Looks really weird. You can actually design your character in this, and then he has like a speed boost coming off of him, where he's jumping. We just do that. There you go. That's that. I'll just remove those. All you can do is you just do that, and you can just go paint over. Right. So I'm going to explain these settings down here. Oh, I clicked the button. So basically, if you go to the paint thing, you got this brush size here. So the brush size is actually how big your I just keep clicking, it kind of does this. How big your text will paint on to the terrain. So you can kind of just get rid of that. So you can kind of make this to any size. I think anything below 8 kind of is just a square. It's not that good. So you just kind of want to make it as good as possible. The opacity is just kind of like, I don't know. It's just like how much it's going to put it on. So there you go. So the opacity is to how much strength it's going to have to be painting on, and the target strength is actually you can create kind of this ghost effect onto the terrain. So you can kind of like it's good for doing swamps. I'd say it's like a really good swamp looking thing. So if I added like dirt onto there, it's created just like another shade of grass. It's really weird. It's pretty awesome though. It's good for doing biomes. So you could do different things. You can create paths out of this. Like hidden things using this because it's a slight difference. But yeah, you can do this. You could do like get a slight outline of a ghost effect. I'm not sure what I'm doing here, so I'm just gonna sort of remove this. I'll put the opacity to full and everything else to full. Right to 100 and just paint over the top of this. Make sure I get rid of it all. And if I just double click on the terrain thing up here, just double check it's gone, and it has. Now, one thing you guys might actually see, I'm not sure if you will, you might see the terrain is like this, because if you hit this light button here, it's going to create it to be dark. Now, this is just because there is no lighting whatsoever on the game. This basically gives the lightiness to your level. So basically, right now, there is no lighting whatsoever. Even the camera can see that. So what you can do, this is a quick simple fix. You go game object, create other, direction, oh, not that one. Oh yeah, the directional light. And then what you can do is if you press W, you'll get like this axis thing that will come up, which you can drag it up and down, left or right, whatever. Basically, it's spawned at an angle is the reason why it's done this. Normally, if I just set to 0, 0, that's so Y is the green one, X is the red one, and Z is this blue one here. Now if you press E, you'll get rotation. Now some of you may think this is weird, it's like, oh wait, why isn't it R or something, which is actually resize? I have no idea. Normally S is for scale or something like that, but I don't know, it's really weird. It's the way that Unity's decided, oh wait, we'll just make it to 3 different keys. But yeah, so basically W, E, and R are your basic control functions to do different things with objects. But yeah, so this is the positioning one, this is the rotational one, and this is the scale one, but it doesn't work with lights because it doesn't have to do that. But you can change it to be any color you want, and it's pretty good for doing different things. So, oh, I've lost it. You can double click and you can find it. There it is. If I work on the rotation here, I can make it dark, I can make it light, I can make it red, I can make it black, I can make it grey, I can make it, you can actually just green. Look, it just gives like a cartoony look. That's just green. But there we go, we'll put it back to that. Now I'm going to introduce you, carrying on with the terrain, I'm going to introduce you to terraforming or just making it like mountains and hills or anything. So if you just click and hold, you get this like mountain looking thing that will just appear from the ground. You can sort of go wherever you want and create this. Normally what people do is when they're creating a level, because this is actually quite a big area, you could just do like a dome mirror and you could just like create stuff in the middle, domed area, and then create your level in the middle. But a lot of people, when you're creating like an FPS or something, you just have one basic flat terrain most likely, or you'll have a few little hills, and then you'll have possibly like really far away terrain looking things, or photorealism effects to make it look like you've got a far away terrain, which we will look into. I've got a weird glitch here where the eye tool has actually got a bit stuck. Oh, screw you, Unity. Can we fix this, please, Unity? Screw you. Hang on, we're gonna sort this out. Close, save. Save your level as something you want to say. So we'll call this one test level. And then Unity's just gonna close, and this will reopen, or it will crash. It crashed. Start task manager. Unity, end process. Open it back up.